What's up, guys? I watched this guy's video. His name's like Betterment B or something. He's like one of my 2 subscribers on this channel, and he said some really good stuff, and he kind of like gave me the idea to kind of mellow out really my video, and really say more meaningful kind of search for what you really feel in your head. Don't just blurt out whatever comes out like I was, because like every 4th word was a cuss word, as one of the guys pointed out. It's kind of annoying. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure exactly what day I'm on, but I can tell you basically I'm either on day 3 or 4 right now, maybe 5, but for me it's right around this time where I relapse. And by the way, I'm talking about NoFap, masturbating. It's something that I've been trying to quit for a while now. Probably a solid 1.5 to 2 years, which is kind of weird. I'm 24, and just recently, I started when I was 11. Just recently have I realized like that it wasn't a good thing for me, which is really weird, because it's kind of clear to me now. It's not a positive thing, and it's also become really clear to me. And it wasn't clear at the beginning of the 1.5 to 2 year mark where I started trying to quit. It's becoming clear how gripped I am by this, no pun intended. It's basically, I was reading another person's thing about how they thought about going to a therapist and for this issue, and they were like, no, I can do it on my own. Like, I don't need a therapist for this. And then like the same day they relapsed again. They've been battling it for longer than I have, and they're like, you know what, I do need a therapist. And they went and talked it out, and, got some help, and actually really helped them. And I think I'm almost at that stage. I'm giving myself another chance right now. I, have a great mindset right now. I see myself making it forever, but I've kind of been in similar mindsets before and failed. I definitely have been in similar mindsets and failed. But I'm just giving it another chance. I do tend to get, on average, better streaks like the further I get into this, just because of what I've learned of things that definitely set me off. Like, y'all know, like, things that'll set you off, but it's individual. But like for alcohol, for me, definitely like the day after, when you have your little hungover or whatever, you're just like, I need a little boost, No. Just don't even fuck with that. Like, to me, I'm going February without alcohol. That's a lot easier for me to do than all February without fapping. But by the way, so this video might cut off at any second, so it might cut off at a shitty time, but I'm just gonna keep talking until it turns off, or a good stopping point. But anyway, yeah, just it's a lot easier to like quit things that you, I think, haven't been doing as long. I didn't have my first sip of alcohol until I was maybe like, I think I was 18, and I didn't really like get drunk until I was probably like 20, I think 20 the first time, and I didn't like start drinking like often until I was like 23. And then, so like, even though I was kind of had a little trouble quitting, like just quitting for a month alcohol, I've done it a few times now, and I'd say it's me money. I feel better at the end, and yeah, and if you go back to drinking, you have more fun with it. Alcohol might in general be a terrible thing too, but this video is about NoFap, and that's my number one thing that I think damages me the most. There's a lot of other things that damage me, but so that's just what I want to tackle first. Like, I'm tackling those things on the side also, but this is like the one, that I obviously struggle with. So definitely, my mom just walked by. It's very random. It's very cold out, and she's going for a walk, but that's cool. It's a healthy thing to do. That's one of those things I think I mentioned in the last video. Like, go for a walk. It helps with urges. Like, you don't think it will. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna go for the walk. I'll come back, and I'll still wanna jerk it. But for some reason, like, walking is good for humans. Like, I think it's something we've done for a long time, and honestly, we used to do more. Like, as a species, however old of a species we are, we're at least, I believe in, like, I shouldn't say I believe. whatever. I believe that, you know, we're really old as a species, you know, not an old as in relation to like the universe, but whatever, you know, the carbon dating and all that says, we're like hundreds of thousands of years old, maybe millions. I think it's hundreds of thousands when they found Lucy, and now they found some before Lucy. But anyway, point is, they used to walk more, like cavemen. We'll just say caveman days, you know, which is not the oldest, but they used to walk like a lot. And that was like one of the things about humans, like why we were like successful, and I think how we evolved and didn't die out. Like we were able to walk for a long time, and we weren't like the fastest sprinters or anything, you know. Cheetahs obviously faster, and a lot of different animals are faster, but we were able to walk and just like stalk out these animals and just tire them out. They just got tired, you know. I mean, for one thing, we're kind of big. Like, yeah, sure, there's way bigger animals than us, like whales and freaking gorillas, but we're kind of big. So as long as we have sustained ourselves with enough food or whatever, like if we're on the same playing field as, say, what do we want, like a deer, maybe? I don't know if I should say deer, but some animal around that size, maybe a little smaller, we're gonna win. Like if none of us eat, like we're on